How's it going, everyone? I am Sean Moriarty, and this is the Two Irish Brothers Show. Unfortunately, Ben wasn't available to film this episode with me tonight, but he did give me his blessing to go ahead and fly solo. But first things first, before we discuss anything, you guys know the drill after all these years. Hit that subscribe tab in the bottom right-hand corner. Like or dislike the video to help with the algorithm. And last, and certainly not least, hit that bell icon so you guys are always notified for when Ben and I upload new content on this channel. And speaking of that last thing, guys, and Ben and I both know that this is getting to be a broken record, but we apologize for not being more consistent with our shooting schedule and, well, getting more material out for you guys to watch so you can do all that. Just... it's as we've said before many times, life just gets in the way. Ben's had a lot going on, as have I. You guys, some of you guys are probably getting sick and tired of hearing it, but it's the truth. And myself, in addition to all that, I've been trying to work and save up to get some new equipment and upgrade everything. I mean, if you guys saw how I had my microphone positioned right now, you guys would be laughing your asses off. But also, I want to do something about this. And no, I'm not talking about my face, you wise asses. I'm talking about the red glare that is on my face. Yes, I noticed about that for a long time now. I'm looking to try to finally fix that and get some lighting and whatnot. Fortunately, all that stuff costs money. I'm not a rich man, so I have to save. But the thing is, guys, we can't always just have one of us going solo. I mean, that kind of defies the purpose of the name of the show, the Two Irish Brothers. And we don't really like to do that. But we do want to get material out to you guys, and it's been long enough, so one of us had to hop on here and do something, and we want to give you guys more material. But you know what? Enough of that. Let's get to the real reason why you guys tuned in to watch this show, and let's talk some Notre Dame football. So even though we're late to the party on all the news, or at least talking about it on here anyway, the big one that we all know about, Steve Angeli, veteran quarterback for the Irish, has entered the transfer portal. Now, I can't speak for Ben on this one, guys. I can only speak my own opinion. But you got a lot of people out there that are shocked and saying the usual things like, oh, the transfer portal ruins college football and so on and so forth. Well, I'll get to the transfer portal in a second. But as far as Steve Angeli transferring, a part of me was shocked, but at the same time, I really wasn't. Because when it comes to the spring game and you have three guys going for one spot, it's only likely that one of them is going to transfer out. And with it being Steve Angeli, I'm not overly surprised because he's the veteran leader of the group. He's worked his butt off all these years. He's paid his dues. He wants to be the guy. And it obviously the way things went down, he was obviously told something. Maybe, I don't know. I can only speculate, but it was becoming clear that he was not going to be the starter at Notre Dame. So he wants his chance to start somewhere and lead a team and be the guy. And that part I do understand. I mean, really, I do. You put in all this work for all these years. You want it to be your time to shine, and I get that. So as I said in a short that I did for this channel a few days ago, Steve, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he succeeds wherever he goes. And with recent rumors that I'm hearing, it sounds like it may very well be Syracuse. I know there was an outside shot that it could be Tennessee, but it's looking like Syracuse is the likely destination. So I wish him nothing but the best. I mean, he did a lot of good things for us. He helped us in the clutch in that Orange Bowl game against Penn State. And just like myself with Drew Pine, there's always going to be a lot of gratitude. So nothing but the best to Steve Angeli. So, as I mentioned with the transfer portal, a lot of people say that it's you hear this a lot. People say, "Oh, it's bad for college football. It's ruined college football, just like the NIL." Well, the NIL has its problems too, but it's specifically with the transfer portal. There's pros and there's cons, and I've said a million times, you have to adapt or die. This is just the modern world of college football. You don't have to like it, but you do have to accept it. But again, pros and cons. I don't like it either when, like we'll take another recent transfer, Kennedy Urlacher. I think the reason he transferred, which from finally getting the chance to read the articles, it sounds like it was depth for him. I'm not saying the kid just bailed out and left like a coward in the night. I'm not saying that, but that's how it is with the modern athlete of college football. They want to play right away, and when you're just up and leaving after a year, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I really thought Kennedy could have done a lot of good things for us. And I know I'm kind of combining two topics in one here, but no, this is where the transfer portal has its flaws. For a kid to just be allowed to up and leave after a year, I mean, regardless of the depth chart, come on, man, at least try to beat some guys out for another year. But it's these players, it's their lives, not mine, and it's their decisions, and they have to live with whatever decision they make. And the only unfortunate part is Kennedy is now at USC, which sucks. But I'm not going to wish the kid any ill will or anything like that. So, but getting back to the transfer portal specifically, there's also some positives to it as well. I mean, we've benefited off of it. We've brought in some players that really helped us in positions of need that we really had to fill the depth chart on. It's helped us with quarterback, helped us with offensive line, defense, and so on. So we can't complain about that part. But also, from the other side of things, this is where I think it is beneficial. If you bring in a coach, or if you're bringing a new coach in, for example, if you're bringing in a new coach, whether he got fired, left for a new program, whatever the case may be, and you're one of the former coach's guys, and let's say you run a pro style off. Let's say you're a quarterback and you ran a pro style offense. Well, this new coach is bringing, I don't know, an option offense or something. Well, you're obviously not a fit for that offense. So yeah, you're not going to stay and play in it. And this is where the transfer portal is good, because that guy who's transferring out does not have to sit out a year like he used to under the old rules, and he can play right away. So that part I think is good. But no, as far as just leaving because you don't want to earn your position, or you want to play right away without learning or any of that stuff, yeah, that's where it's a big time con. So there's upside and downside to everything. Same with the NIL. But let me just say this, with the NIL, there definitely needs to be some limits on that and some restrictions, I think. But anyway, going back to Notre Dame news here for a second. So with Steve Angeli having transferred out and most likely headed to Syracuse, from what it sounds like, I stand by my opinion. And I've been saying this for a while now, but I think finally it is CJ Carr time in South Bend. Now, I'm not saying that Kenny Minchey couldn't make a charge and take that job. He very well could. But I'm sticking with my prediction, as I've been saying for quite a while now. This has been set up to be CJ's team. I think that's what's going to happen come the fall. And Kenny Minchey, this would be a good time for him to learn, get stronger. And you know what? If Kenny Minchey beats out CJ Carr for the starting job, I'm not complaining. That kid is talented, and he is very well capable of leading this offense next season. But no, in my opinion, not that this. In the spring game, this isn't really saying much, because as I've said for years, the spring game, you're playing yourself. And I will say this, though, under this year's format, just straight up offense versus defense, we have a damn good defense that'll help this offense get ready. That's for sure. CJ definitely had the best performance out of the three quarterbacks. He did have the only turnover, threw the one interception, but he was looking really good out there. Looks like he's coming back strong from the elbow injury. And, as this battle continues into the summer and into the fall, it's going to get exciting. With that, everyone, I don't have much else left to say. If there's something you would like to hear our opinion on, leave us a comment in the comment section below, and we'll try to get a video out about it. Maybe even possibly do a live stream sometime in the next few days or so. Who knows? Until then, as we always say every video, good night, God bless, and go Irish.